how can you improve your own landing pages to 52% more conversions, whatever that is. Just to get an idea, who of you has a live website up and running? Just to make sure that I'm sitting in the right room. Yeah, okay. So, and how many of you have dedicated landing pages besides your home pages where you send traffic to convert with a specific goal? Yeah, so a couple less. So there's already a big difference between just having a website and a landing page. A website needs to satisfy everybody. It's like in Germany, you know, eins live. It needs to make everybody happy, so the music sucks in general. But since we moved to Spotify, everybody now discovers such niche music that they become really happy with what they discovered and that would never play at eins live. Yeah? So that's what a landing page is. It's much more like a Spotify experience than a radio experience. So how do we get there? How can we improve your landing pages 52%? For me, it's start with a look at some really good landing pages and what makes them so. So this is a demo landing page that I set up. I think you could actually go to it if you go to growth.partsgoods.com/landing page demo, but it's not necessary. You can click on the slide. It's linked there. It's an actual live site, and it's for a fictional service. Yeah, it's from Instapage, my favorite landing page tool. No affiliation, and it gives you a clear headline. The absolute best platform for startups. Every team has a unique process for building and shipping software. I would even say that title is super generic and could be on a lot of different startups. That could be improved. But it has a very clear call to action. What are you supposed to do here? Put in your email address, send go. Yeah, start using it. And it's also very mobile optimized, especially if you go for Facebook ads or any kind of Google apps in the mobile world. There is only this version of your page, and you can pretty much forget about the desktop version, except if you're into heavy B2B. You can expect also a lot of people to watch on it at desktop, but you can see that in your analytics. So this transfers perfectly into mobile, and I always say that the input field and the call to action is in a very thumb-friendly area of the screen. Yeah, I really think about when I watch it, when I test the landing pages, where's my thumb? Does it feel comfortable pressing the button, going into the email form? Does the layout of the keyboard actually change to the email input layout with an @ symbol, or does it not do it? So I'm very much into mobile first landing page optimization, and I also tend to design the mobile version first because it keeps me from overcrowding the landing page. It's like when you design a presentation on your iPad, you don't even think about putting so much text on it. Yeah, it feels more organic if you have everything large and clear with negative space in it. So let me give you a couple of ideas that have been my favorite ones to improve landing pages, and I just put in some assumed landing page optimizations that add up to 52%. Yeah, you might also have some ideas, and at the end I would love for you to share also your ideas, what have worked best in terms of landing page optimization. So the first one is matching your landing page with your ads, excuse the typos, or the traffic source. If you show people an ad and the tagline matches the tagline on the landing page, that is considered very good. That is not repetitive. People pay a lot of money for tools who call it synchronized messaging. Yeah? For example, that when you put in a keyword in Google, and the same keyword also appears on your landing page automatically. Yeah? Tools like Google Optimize and Optimizely help you with that. So that also picks up on what we saw before, the context of the landing page. it matters a lot where people are coming from and what you have promised them. If you do not fulfill the promise that you had on the ad or on the social media post that sent people to the landing page, people will bounce. Yeah, so that can give you a smooth 3% improvement. Then write a clear title with a compelling value proposition. This has a huge impact. I gave it almost twice as much of an impact as the traffic source. It is always underestimated, but changing this line here probably has one of the biggest impacts on your landing page. It's visible, it's the first thing that people consume, and what you need to avoid that people bounce away from your landing page. Yeah, that is the worst thing that happens, but that is what's going to happen to 80% of the people who land on your landing page. They will leave without any interaction, and the title is the first thing they consume, so it has the biggest impact. Changing the testimonials in the third fold, yeah, when you scroll down 3 screens, only impacts the people that stay on your page anyways and scroll down 3 screens. It's the first screen, the top fold, that makes the most differences in your landing pages. So focusing on that clear tagline, zero confusion. Yeah? Then focus on one call to action and make sure that it's above the fold in a thumb-friendly area of the screen. Even if it just scrolls down one screen, I always have a button that people can interact with. It's a micro engagement, or it can even lead like to the pop-up that people can then sign up to. Yeah. So that is where I see a lot of landing pages mess up when I work with you guys one-on-one. Either there's no call to action, yeah, or it's like way below, or you have 3 call to actions. You're like, oh, this is for the B2Cs, that is for the B2Bs, and this is for the G2Bs, and oh no, just a single call to action. You don't have to be 1 Live anymore. Yeah, you can be Spotify. You can make a very specific audience love you, and you have another page to make the other audience love you. Yeah, and you can even make some people hate you on that landing page. It's much better to have a landing page that creates love and hate than a boring landing page. So, 4th point, have a compelling offer. Plus 11% goes back to what you offer matters. Do you offer a valuable PDF that people actually need in order to solve a real-world problem? Do you have a service that matters, yeah, that people care about? That has the biggest impact. I gave it the most points, yeah, 11%. Show proof of value and results. If you have a PDF, for example, why not give them a small preview of what's in the PDF so you can see what you're getting? Preview what you're getting. Limit your form fields to the minimum. If you're HubSpot and you have too many leads coming in for your salespeople to handle, go for 12 form fields. They actually do that. Yeah, they need more form fields in order to get more people disqualified. But us, normal people, yeah, we are happy for every lead that is coming in. We have different ways to make sure that the quality is good. And what I see, for example, that you want to ask them for the university, the city they were born in, their birthday, their gender. Fuck it. Just limit it to the email address, then maybe your first and last name, or the phone number if you're in B2B and if you need serious commitment. But everything else can be asked for on a second form at a later stage. Yeah. Then get rid of all distractions. Navigation bars, what for? Yes, we have to have this little imprint and data privacy policy at the bottom. Don't forget those 2 guys. But everything else I get rid of. No navigation, nothing. Focus. They can only do one thing. They cannot get distracted. Design for mobile first. We talked about that. And A/B test the key elements. I gave that the 2nd highest impact score of 9% out of those 52%. A/B testing means that, for example, you show half of the audience the one tagline that we saw at Moz, and the other half sees the Disney one. Yeah, and then you can compare how many more people actually convert to landing to email subscribers or to trial users with those two different titles. You can do this with your background images, with all kinds of elements on your landing page. And A/B testing that, it's something that costs you like 5 more minutes, yeah, to actually do. It's not that complicated. And I'll show you the tools that help me to actually get that done in 5 minutes and not make such a big deal out of A/B testing. It's nothing magical, yeah. So these are my favorite ideas. What I would love to hear from you is what have been your experiences in the past that have worked for you. What did you change on your landing page that made a significant improvement? Anybody would love to share while I drink my Glühwein?
Can I also ask a question?
Yeah, please. You can ask questions at this point as well. What's your name?
Sebastian.
Hi, Sebastian.
Hi. Is this turned on? Yeah.
I hope it's turned on. If it's to the top, then it's turned on.
Okay, perfect. I was wondering where you got the percentages from. Was this a bigger research?
My left
of yours?
ball. It was my guesstimation.
Good guesses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if there has been like a bigger research or something.
No. Those are my favorite ones. And if I would have to split them up by the 52% that I promised you in the beginning, this would be my best guess.
Okay.
Where they come from. But any experiences, I would love to hear what you're up to on your landing pages, what you have tried. Sure. Here. Simon?
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
I think one very large factor is the psychological momentum you create.
Okay.
So it may be through your headline, your wording, your framing of the product, but you can pre-qualify from the needs how the users get to you, from the traffic sources, from the search queries they're coming from, and you can put an emphasis on your communication to match those needs.
Yeah.
So the better you match the mood someone is in for a certain product, for a certain search query, the better the rate gets.
Okay. Yeah. So this thinking is already one of the most advanced ways to think about A/B testing. Personalizing landing pages and experiences for the mood that people are in, the mindset they currently have. There are tools that help you to actually figure out, is people very focused at the moment and do they want to get a quick result, or are they still in exploratory mode and need a bit more advice and can customize that experience? I think we need more air in this room. Is that right? So let me turn on the ACs here. They usually help. And please open the door in the back, and I'll also open the door. Can you please turn on the last AC? It's the green light.
Can I also ask a question?
Yeah, please go for it. What's your question?
So
Can you
based on the before question right before me. So basically, do you have an example? Do you have how can you guess the mood on the visitor?
Yeah.
I mean, then you don't have that much information. Okay, so how can you give me some examples? How can you understand the mood of the visitor basically at this point at the landing page?
Okay, shall I answer this, or do you want to do it? I can go for it. Yeah, but no, I would love for you to do it. So you know the search query, for example. You know exactly what they're looking for. That could be one indicator. Yep. Yeah, this is not enough yet.
So it just depends on the keywords the people are coming from. If there's an urgent need, he needs assistance with the problem, you can focus on assistance motives, and have a different theme of your overall communication. Be supportive, be kind. If there's someone who looks for a B2B product, you can be more rational, go for numbers, and create a completely different mood in communication.
Mm-hmm. But you could also, for example, track how users are behaving through the mobile experience or through the experience. Are they clicking quickly? Are they scrolling fast? Do they have a clear direction they're going? And there are online tools that help you to to evaluate and put them into buckets. Yeah, we're going to talk about that a little bit later more. Yeah, Mick? Do you have another ideas or suggestions?
Yeah, just a question. For instance, before you even start reading the text, I mean, you instantly see a picture, like elements.
Yeah.
And what part do these play? For instance, some people have a big call to action button, or for instance, maybe there's important to have a consistency between the sizes of the text, or.
You mean like how much is the impact of the layout of the first fold?
Right. For instance, like shapes, if if you have a really rectangular shape, or if you have more softer shapes,
So I try to avoid those. If you go for an orange button, you will be a billionaire. Themes, yeah, but I understand. I think the layout that is consistent with your brand, that is very clear and focused, will improve it. And it doesn't matter if it's like the rounded shape or the more angled buttons. In general, I like to look at really good competitors and how they are doing it. So Amazon for any shopping experience, Zalando, like maybe if you're looking for a German one, then landing page building tools like Instapages and their own landing pages and how they are doing it, because you can be sure they tested the shit out of that. So I'm looking for inspiration there, and then I try it on my own audience. Yeah, but I hope that answers a bit of your question. Yeah, is it directly about that? Otherwise, we have you and you. Okay, just a note. Did you have a question, Ben? Hey, Ben. Good, cool name.
I was just wondering about the importance of the name of the brand or the product within the website. Should it be present in every part of the website so that it gets stuck in people's head, so that on the next day they remember the name of the domain, and then they can directly come back without checking the browser history? I personally think this is very important to have a very clear to have multiple branding opportunities on your landing page, so people can recognize your logo and the name of your product as well. And of course, the name should match and be attractive to your audience. Yeah, I just recently had a name for one where I was like, I can't even say it here. Yeah, and I'm usually pretty blunt in front of the camera, and it just did not fit my expectation at all. So, but repeating yourself many times throughout the landing page, repeating your logo and your name makes total sense to me. Yeah. You have a question?
No, I have actually a suggestion.
Yeah, please. Oh, I'm looking for those.
I'm Arun. I work at Made to Grow, and these are my colleagues.
Where are you working?
Made to Grow.
I don't understand.
Digital agency.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
So we had this client about
Made
a client.
to Grow. Yeah. Now I get it.
I'm sorry.
Now I connected Sebastian. Made to Grow. Yeah. Sebastian was a speaker for our topic on marketing automation with a focus on HubSpot. Yeah.
Yeah. So we had this client who had low conversions on his landing page, and so we thought to use a tool called Hotjar. Yeah. So Hotjar actually analyzes through a couple of tools such as heat maps and recordings. So you can actually have live recordings of whichever users came to your site, and it can actually track which user comes to your page and where he actually goes.
Perfect.
And also the heat maps actually shows you about the clicks where it's focused on. In our case, like the clicks are focused on something that is not supposed to be clicked. Yeah. And we were wondering why is that happening. Yep. And so we kind of changed the layout, which kind of improved a bit. I wouldn't say huge, but a slight improvement was there.
Cool.
52%. Not 52%.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It was an arbitrary number. Thank you very much. So Hotjar is the tool that we also going to show you when we go to the tools section. Yeah. Oh yeah, there was another question or a contribution. You go.
Hi, so it's kind of about my personal website, but when I originally created it, I thought I was creating a landing page. Now I feel like I've just created a one-page website, if that's the difference. So now I'm thinking, I've just looked at it, do I need a landing page on top of the one-page website? Like, is that a thing?
So it's totally a thing.
Oh,
like
it is a thing.
Your homepage is going to be your worst converting website except for SEO. Okay. SEO always lands on the homepage. But all of your other landing pages only have the job of converting better than your homepage, because you can make it more specific to the needs of the customer based on their search queries from Google, from their interests on Facebook, and wherever they are coming from. So 100% you need more entry points to your website.
Okay, yeah, so it's kind of like an add-on to get to your website.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Because I originally thought I'd created just a landing page, which is what I wanted, but now from what you've said, I think I've got a one-page website.
Especially for your different audiences.
Oh, okay, yeah.
A pure B2B, a pure B2C, different angles for your B2B customers especially, and different angles or product focuses for your B2C customers could be different landing pages you could have. Does it make sense?
Yeah, thanks.
Has anybody counted how much I've said so? Out of curiosity, who has seen that video? Ali has been the genius behind the So video. Best subtitle I've read so far. He collected all of my So's from one meetup, and it's like 27 seconds long. That was genius. So if this is not enough, not genius by me, it was genius by him. Yeah. If that was not enough yet, here is a checklist with many more ideas other than or in addition to the ones I've already mentioned. An infographic that is free to download without any opt-in shenanigans. Yeah. Also looking at the content marketing from good landing page or marketing automation tools are usually good ideas to go for. Ideas for improving your landing page. For example, for years I followed HubSpot because of their amazing content marketing. I just wanted to see what they are doing, how good that is. I'm on their newsletter, and now I'm a customer as well. Yeah, and or I brought some other customers to HubSpot, and they have a huge incentive to put out good content marketing that actually helps you to create better landing pages, because then you're more successful with the product. And if you still need help, go to Made to Grow. Was that right? Just $50. No, just kidding. So how do you get to your goal? Yeah, we now had a lot of ideas. That's great. Thank you for ideas. Now we need time to implement it. But the question is, I only have 4 hours a week to do a little bit of changes on my landing page because my job is busy. So I need to prioritize. Yeah, I usually love to collect all of my ideas, then prioritize them by my left ball, or my experience, like I did in the example with my ideas. Yeah, I give them just figurative numbers in my mind. It's like when I'm playing chess and I'm considering which move to do. I can only do one move, which is the most likely one. In chess, we would never even come up with the idea of playing our second strongest move that we believe is the same. We wouldn't do that. In real life, we do it all the time. We procrastinate. We love doing other stuff than what we think is the most important one. I try to just somehow keep myself from doing that. This is why I use a method, an ICE score. It's based on the Sean Ellis book, Hacking Growth, if you want to look into that. And then I force myself to commit to 2 tests every week. The more you can do, the better. Yeah, if you have the traffic for it, let me say that. If you have the traffic to it, but to have a consistent test running on your landing page, it's just a waste of learning opportunities. If you pay expensive money or social traffic and attention to landing pages where you have 0 tests running. It's better to have a landing page at all, but it's the second best thing to having one with a landing page, with an A/B test on it. Then I once a week look at the results with my team, and we decide, what did we make better and what did we make worse? And I guarantee you, lots of time, usually more than 50%, we did not make it better. Yeah, we thought, that redesign is going to do it. Minus 27% leads. Yeah, oh, that tagline is so cool. Nothing. Yeah, but it's a chance. And just imagine we would be 30% right. And every week we would have a 30% chance of any improvement. That would be huge over the year. Yeah, and I take that any time of the day. I do not need to show all of my visitors my new ideas. Yeah, I can just show it to like 10 or 20% of my visitors if I have enough traffic. So going round and round and round, that's what we talk a lot about during the growth roadmap workshop and meetups. Even the next meetup over there, I wanted to use the highlight. That would be awesome, yeah, if that would just suddenly happen and everything would go dark, but that one. It's going to be exactly about that on January 8th. Ideas that we turn into experiments that are only there to produce results and to hammer this mindset and the methodology into our brains, because that's what has worked in science, and this is where the actual progress is being done, and not this wishy-washy, yeah, I believe that's that. Of course, I have to listen to my intuition, aka left ball, yeah, but then I need to check with data. And my intuition will improve over time. The more experience I have, the better I will get over time. And this is what you pay expensive experts for. They only have a better trained intuition than you yet. They have seen the patterns before. They can help you to make more steps faster than you could alone. And then you develop your own experience, your own expertise, your own intuition, like any chess player. Yeah. Okay, so let me magically go for this here. Okay. My takeaway from this is just to focus on the few ideas where you think it has the highest impact. You don't have to do everything. Just choose two ideas that you believe have the highest impact, and you will train your intuition to become better over time. You will be more right more frequently. You will become the major expert for your audience and your product. No external expert can then compete with you, because there's nobody who understands your specific audience better than you. They can help you with the methodology, but you train your brain. Yeah, just choose two, focus on those, nothing else to do tomorrow morning, okay? Who's in? Weak response.